Learning is invisible until it shows up in your actions. To understand whether your learning is effective, look at the results you are producing. Are you making better decisions? Are you achieving your goals more efficiently? Do you feel more aligned with your purpose? Are you getting closer to where you plan to be? These outcomes are evidence that your learning is active and impactful. The real test of any learning is whether it leads to tangible changes in your life. How do you know your learning is working? Through its results. If you see results, you know the learning worked. If you don't, you can assume you didn't learn enough or didn't implement it properly. Otherwise, you would have results showing. It's not about being hard on yourself. It's about recognizing that you've made a difference. Learning is a powerful tool in the game of life, but it often remains unseen until it manifests in your actions and their results. Unlike other resources, learning is invisible. It cannot always be seen, touched, or measured directly. Just like a seed buried in the soil, your learning happens quietly and beneath the surface. You only recognize it when it begins to grow and bear fruit, influencing your actions and decisions. As A Course in Miracles says, learning is invisible, and what has been learned can be recognized only by results. This means that while you can't see learning directly, you can perceive it through its effects. You may not see the wind, but you know it exists because it moves the leaves. Similarly, your learning shows up in the way it shapes your actions, changes your responses, and ultimately transforms your world. Learning is evident in the work you produce and the success of your life. Learning is a fascinating subject, and it is often invisible until you take action that shows what you have learned. Miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance, for learning is invisible, and what has been learned can be recognized only by results. You cannot see the invisible, yet you see its effects. You know it must be there. By perceiving what it does, you recognize its being. And by what it does, you learn what it is. You cannot see your abilities, but you gain confidence in their existence as they enable you to act. And the results of your actions you can see. A Course in Miracles. Ask yourself, are you seeing better results in the areas where you have applied new knowledge? Are you achieving goals that previously felt out of reach? Are you moving closer to the vision you have for yourself? These are the signs that your learning is working, and your efforts are paying off. Think of progress like planting seeds. At first, you don't see anything happening, but beneath the surface, roots are growing, establishing a strong foundation. Eventually, the plant breaks through the ground, and the results become visible. Your growth is the same. The work you do may not always show immediate results, but with patience and persistence, you will see the fruits of your labor. Recognize progress by measuring the changes in your life. Reflect on where you were before you started this journey and where you are now. Celebrate each step, no matter how small, as it brings you closer to your larger goals. In the game of life, your learning is put to the test every time you step onto the game field. The game field is where the results of your preparation in the training camp become evident. Earth as a school for the soul life is our greatest teacher, and Earth is the school where our souls come to learn, grow, and evolve. Every experience, every challenge, and every setback is a lesson designed to help us become who you are meant to be. Sometimes these lessons come in the form of failures or missteps, which can feel discouraging at the moment. However, it is often through these very failures that you find our way to success. Failing is not the end, but a crucial part of the learning process. When you fail, you learn what doesn't work. You discover what needs to change, which paths to avoid, and where to direct our efforts differently. These moments of falling teach us resilience, patience, and adaptability. They help us refine our approach, strengthen our character, and better understand our journey. Failing our way into success means recognizing that every fall is an opportunity to rise again with greater knowledge and determination. In the school of life, every challenge and setback serves as a lesson that propels us forward. You often learn more from what goes wrong than from what goes right, as it is through mistakes and failures that you find new ways to grow. Life's obstacles are not meant to stop us, but to shape us into stronger, wiser, and more capable beings. Embracing failure as a necessary part of the process allows us to see that each setback is a step toward our ultimate purpose. Remember, success is not just about the victories. It is also about the lessons learned from every fall and the courage to keep moving forward. Failing your way into success. Burning is learning. Burning and learning refers to making mistakes, acknowledging our failures, and using these experiences as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Everyone at some point faces setbacks and challenges. It is through these experiences that you develop resilience, wisdom, and character. By embracing the concept of burning and learning, you cultivate a growth mindset that encourages perseverance in the face of adversity and views failure as an essential stepping stone to success. When we talk about learning through failure, few stories are as compelling as that of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the electric light bulb. Edison's journey to success was paved with countless failed attempts, 10,000 to be exact. Yet, instead of seeing these failures as setbacks, Edison viewed each one as a valuable lesson. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset exemplifies how failure is an essential part of the learning process. Edison's approach was to see each failed attempt as progress. Every time he encountered something that didn't work, he knew he was one step closer to finding something that did. He embraced the concept of failing forward, understanding that the path to success is rarely a straight line. Each failure provided crucial information, refining his process and bringing him closer to his ultimate goal. His perseverance shows us that failure is not the opposite of success, but a critical part of it. Edison's story teaches us that in the game of life, challenges and failures are proof of learning. Just like Edison, you may stumble, fall, and face obstacles. But each failure is a lesson in disguise, showing us what does not work and guiding us toward what does. When you approach your own journey with this perspective, every setback becomes an opportunity to learn, grow, and ultimately succeed. In the same way, life as a school provides us with countless opportunities to fail and learn from those failures. When you fail, it does not mean the end of your journey. Instead, it's a signal that there is something more to learn, another path to explore, or a different approach to take. Remember that every misstep brings you closer to your success, just as it did for Edison. Keep moving forward, learn from each fall, and know that every failure is a step closer to mastering your game. Remember, learning is your secret weapon in the game of life. It's always there, working quietly in the background, shaping your character, refining your skills, and preparing you for your next big move. Every action you take and every decision you make is an opportunity to test your learning. As you observe the results, big or small, you'll realize you are continuously growing and becoming more of who you are meant to be. In this game, learning is the invisible force that drives you forward. Level complete. You have just leveled up. Continue to the next lesson.